Hello, hello. Welcome to part 6 of me working on my Limac Spooky Town Village. It is Monday. It's Monday, June 23rd. I get done with work today and it's finally raining and it's not 90 degrees anymore. Thunderstorming right now. I'm in the garage. I can hear the rain and it's really nice. But I wanted to show you guys something. My order from Evan Designs came today when I was at work, and after work and everything and having dinner and everything, I finally got to spend some time wiring these up. I have them all just hooked up to the same thing. They plug into this, and then it just plugs into the wall like with an adapter like this, which is amazing. They said I could hook up as many LEDs to this as I wanted. They would just become dimmer the more that I would add. So I got some of them. I got 3 of them, but I just hooked up one of each so I could show you guys what I got. So these are like really like the tiniest little LEDs ever. You really can't even see them. Like it just looks like a cord that's lit up on the end. This is the flicker one, as you can see on my hand, how it's flickering like that. I love that. It looks like fire. And then I got that same one in a warm white, which is this one, very bright. They did note on the packaging that they gave me that you can put acrylic paint or like water-based paint over the bulbs and it will dim them quite a bit. So that's kind of nice because these are pretty bright. You can see it lighting up the thing there. And then these are these two here, the green and the red, are the breathing lights. And that means that they kind of like fade in and out, as you can see, which is so cool. I love that a lot. I think that's a really cool effect. Some of the Limax buildings use that, I think, you know, just all the time, which is really neat. So these kind of fit in with it. They're like kind of very similar. Here's the green one. Nice. And then I just got some solid purple ones. I think these are always nice to just have. Like, I think I'm going to put these around the graveyard. I got 3 of these. I think they're just going to cast a really nice eerie glow. So I think for sure what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of them. I don't know which color yet, but I'm going to use one of them as a headlamp in the pedicab. And then I think I want to use this really tiny mini orange one as the candle I have a Dracula figurine of him coming out of the coffin, and that's a really old Limax piece, and I think I want to use one of these to kind of like show that the candle's lit up and flickering. It will probably cast a really cool glow on him, and currently where I have it placed in the village is right here. I don't know if you can see that. He's kind of hiding back there, so I think it will add a nice light and glow to an area that doesn't like really have any right now. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna pop back and show you guys what I did. I think this is a really awesome example of how a $2 LED can make something look so freaking cool. I literally just stuck it on there. I have the Limax Sticky Max. Just use a little bit of that and it stuck right to it. And the cord is so thin, like putting a hole in the base to have it run through the bottom is gonna be the easiest thing. It's gonna be the easiest thing ever. Like, I think this really elevates such a small little detail. And this is the kind of thing that I wanna continue doing. Like, I may move, or, you know, I'm gonna be moving the village to the basement, but these little tiny details are the things that are gonna set it apart from anyone else's and completely make it my own. So this is the kind of thing I'm really excited to do because this looks so good. I love it. I freaking love it. I'm gonna see what else I could do it with. Okay, here's another really easy example of what I could do here. Like, this is just a simple, you know, flickering headlamp on this pedicab, which I love. And then if I wanted to take it one step further, I could maybe hide a little breathing red LED inside. Look how cool that looks. It doesn't make any sense, but I could do that if I wanted. I just love the possibility that this adds. I think it's so much fun. And since they were so cheap, I might have to order more. Like, this is just great. And I can use extender wire that I have from doing the street lamps and everything. So this is just a really great addition. I can't wait to like walk you guys through where I end up putting them in the end. So, because some of the buildings, like for instance, focus please, like this one doesn't have any outer lighting. This one doesn't really either, it just has some green. Like the cemetery gate could be lit up much better than just the purple lighting, you know? This opens up a lot of doors for me. And I really think I might do like red LEDs, like a few of them, like 3 of them here. So when the trolley goes by, it turns red when it goes behind the graveyard. Like that might be really sick. I don't know. I was hoping that I could put one in the phone booth, but I guess I didn't like look at this clear enough. It's solid. It's not open, so I can't really add a light to the inside of the phone booth, which is a shame. But I'm gonna look at my other accessories and see what I could do. I could easily add another one, you know, to the front of this guy. His bike too could be lighting up, but I don't think I'm gonna do that with every single vehicle. So yeah. Hi, it is Monday, June 30th. It's my birthday. I wanted to work on Spooky Town a little bit. I know the last few clips I showed you were from maybe a week ago. I have been busy. We celebrated my birthday this past weekend and everything. So I'm finally getting back into it, and it's like not swelteringly, disgustingly hot out today. So I've just been poking around out here, but it was so nice to show friends and family that came for my birthday the village. They're really excited to see it finished, and to be honest, so am I, because this thing's taken some time, and that's okay, but I'm getting impatient. But besides that, I'm going to show you what I've been up to. But today we might work on a little bit of, I don't know really, I might just keep doing some more lighting stuff. I had a couple new things come in the mail, so it's been exciting, but I have a lot to work on. So I also have something else to update you on. My partner Charles is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and he, with my family and friends, all went together and got me a bunch of the Department 56 Haunted Mansion pieces, the Disneyland Haunted Mansion pieces. I will show you guys those, but I will be starting a new series, I guess, because I'm going to make a separate little foundation platform for all of that and the accessories. I got the Haunted Mansion building, and then the Leota crystal ball, and the Hatchet Bride, and what's the other thing? Oh, the 3 hitchhiking ghosts. So I got that as well. So I have like 4 pieces that I can start to do on this little base for that. The scaling's different, and it doesn't really match the vibe of Spooky Town, and I want it to live kind of on its own, because I'm going to put that in my office, I think, because that's going to be a year-round thing, because I'm obsessed with Haunted Mansion and anything spooky. So but I'll probably like edit in a clip of that here. But yeah, it was so nice to have family and friends like purchase all that stuff for me. I know it's not cheap, and it did not go unnoticed, and it was so lovely. I felt very loved and very seen on my birthday this year. My boyfriend also got me a script of the Substance movie, like a movie script book, so that was honestly amazing. Everyone really just outdid themselves, so I felt very loved. But besides that, let's get back to the village. Okay, just checking in on the village. Okay, this is everything that's changed since last time I was filming. Sorry about the train horn in the background. I permanently added in the candle flickering light to Dracula here, and I added him to the front instead of the Grim Reaper. I think it adds a lot to this section, and it adds a lot of ambient light that will look really nice in the dark when all the buildings are lit up. Again, these ones are older ones. They don't have as much lighting on the outside, so I think that's going to be really great. Why isn't it focusing? Oh my gosh, there we go. Yeah, so in the dark, I think it will add a lot of like ambient flicker lighting to this area. And then over here, okay, I still did not paint this little walking pieces, but if you can see here, I did add in the Grim Reaper to this like hidden little corner to where you would go up to get your train ticket. So I think the lighting looks awesome on him there. This is a little, they call it a breathing green light on the website from Evan Designs. And then here in the graveyard, I added in a red breathing light. So again, just adding to the ambient feeling of the graveyard, kind of flashing on the headstones there and on the little casket. So I think that looks amazing as well. And then I added in one more, and this one is the most exciting one to me. I added in a little headlamp here for the little pedicab. And it's just a cute little flashing warm white light. You can see the cord here. I have to hide that when I take everything upstairs, but I have some of the stuff plugged in today. Lots of the accessories are plugged in. I just want to like see how this is all coming together. So I have a few of the buildings on. Still need to paint these, and I still need to start on the 6th and 7th platforms here. But I did get a comment from someone that said maybe I should curve the streets going out so I can have more buildings facing forward, because I picture people standing, inside of here to look at the village. But I think it will be nice to have some buildings facing this way towards us when we, like the ones in the back, when you approach the village. I think that will look really nice. So I don't know if I'm going to curve it or if I'm just going to have the street go along the perimeter like this, or maybe it will curve going out. Maybe we'll go halfway through and then cut over. I'm not too sure yet. But I think I will take that suggestion from whoever left that comment, because I was originally just going to have the street go straight out. But then it's just going to be, kind of more of the samey. So I think that will really make it more dynamic and fun. It will be more of a challenge for me. We haven't done any curved streets yet. But I think overall that will be a really smart addition. So also, since it was my birthday, of course, I got a Michael's gift card from my friend. He was so gracious to send me a gift card. So I did get some more trees, but this is for my Haunted Mansion setup whenever I start that. And I did get some special foliage for that setup as well, just because I want it to look really nice and uniform for that one section. And as well, I got some hairpin fence today from a local train shop that I went to. I think this will be nice. I might add it into this section and this section. We have a lot of fencing in the village already. Like there's some here and here. And then in the back by that mansion, and then as well by the cemetery. But I think it'll be nice to add in a little bit more. This is HO scale, not O scale, so it's a little bit shorter. It'll be more of like a, I guess, a garden fence, not necessarily a fence to keep people out, but more so like animals and things like that. So we will use that, and I will be using that for the Haunted Mansion display as well. I also got in the mail literally 10 minutes ago this I need to stop ordering stuff, like for real. But I got this hearse in the mail, and you know what, I do have a lot of the little LEDs left, and this might be a project of me adding some LED lights into these top, let me set it down, into these top lanterns here, and maybe even one inside. I think that would look amazing. I don't know how I'm going to do all that yet, but I think I might have to break these off, put the light in, and then to kind of like re-glue it and figure out a wiring situation. But to have it like either go around the back or the bottom, either I might do that, or I might just, have it like this, and I could just have the black light shining on it. But I think this one is going to go on one of these platforms, so with the street that's not set up yet, just because we already have a bike there and the pedicab there. Also, I don't need to like really have it have a permanent spot yet, so those are all the updates. It's getting kind of crazy. I will be moving this down into the basement soon. My roommate that currently lives in the lower level of our home will be moving out. So I will have more time and space to move this into the basement. I can work in air conditioning and things are gonna be really great. I'm sitting on the floor here because this is where all of the cords attach for the LED stuff that I've been doing. And this is what I came up with. I put a purple LED in the front here to shine on the Grim Reaper and the black cat in a sweater, which is so cute. And then inside the carriage here, I just placed a little flickering LED, the same one that's on the candle for Dracula, and it's lighting up the hearse, and I think it looks great. You might be saying, well, there's 4 lanterns right here, why don't you put lights in there? Well, I would have to break all these off and then or drill up to the bottom, I think, and that's a lot of cords to manage, and I don't have 4 LEDs of the same color, so I think this, you know, looks just as great and kind of gets the same vibe across. And I really like how these are supposed to be fabric curtains here and here, and you can see the little like candlelight through it. So I think it looks great. I think this will look awesome on the street. Yeah, I think it's gonna go on that last base here by making its way to the RIP mausoleum. That's the back of it there. Hello everyone, today is July 5th. I am realizing that this next part of Spooky Town is taking forever to go up, but I wanted to share with you all that Spooky Town is now out of my garage. It is in our family room in our basement. Please don't mind the cords. I have an entire, what is this called? I don't remember, but thing of fabric. I'm gonna be making a skirt to go around the entire bottom, put my sewing skills to test. But I just wanted to share with you guys that I have the 2 bases. They're happening slowly, but I just moved this downstairs today, so our roommate moved out, so we had the room available, and I have everything plugged in. I have all of the power adapters and everything like ready to go. I just have to finish these 2 bases. I did get a couple comments from people kind of giving me advice on what to do with the roads, and I really did like what they had to say, so I might be implementing some of that as I move forward with Spooky Town. But for right now, I just wanted to show you all that Spooky Town is in the house, and it is set up, and it is looking alive. Let me turn this lamp off here. Things are really looking great. Let me give you a little bit of a flyby here. Here's the first base, Fright Night Cinema, Phantom View Apartments, Zombie Records. I don't know why it has such a hard time focusing. Here we go. Got our pedicab with the little front light on it. Everything looks so great lit up. I love that this like downtown area is so well lit. Like all the buildings are just so bright. I think it looks amazing. Down here we have our houses. A lot of lightning flashing going like this. I think it looks so cool with the graveyard in the front and then those behind. Got the bell tower. Okay. Cemetery tours. I still have a lot of detailing to do with this, but I'm feeling really good. And the foam bases are sitting fairly level. I feel like they're gonna even out now that they're inside, but here we go. Still didn't paint these. Got the Phantom Station. It just looks so awesome. Look at that. Like, are you kidding me? Come on. I'm really happy with this. Can't wait to finish these last 2 bases here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna check in when this one is done, and then I think that's gonna be the end of this part. Hello, it is July 10th. Finally getting back into working on Spooky Town a little bit. Let's see what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I recently got Cursed Ruins. And as you guys saw in my community post on my YouTube channel, I recently got these for my birthday. And I will be making a little display to go on top of this filing cabinet because I want to keep it separate from Spooky Town. It's a different scale, it's different. So, and then I also got the 3 hitchhiking ghosts as well. I don't know if I'm going to put them over here or not. We'll see how the display goes. But for now, also welcome to the downstairs of my home. It is our family room and we're still setting it up, as you can see. So don't worry about all that. But this area is Spooky Town area. My partner is gracious enough to let me kind of rule what happens down here. As you can see, it is my office and my permanent Halloween situation. Hi, Dinah. So that's what's going on. But Spooky Town might move over into this corner. It might, be this way because we want to put a TV cabinet here. If we have to move it in the future, we will. But for now, this is Spooky Town's permanent domain. So I got this in the mail yesterday. I had a bunch of points from Erie Emporium that I wanted to use. And the more that I saw this piece, the more I just fell in love with it and fell in love with the fog. So we're going to try to fit it in. I know it's a little bit more fanciful than my other more realistic pieces, but I kind of want to make like a little mountain thing over here for it to go on. And then I might just finish out this road by coming out this way and then turning, going this way, so we could put a bunch of buildings facing the front and the side as well. Because the pieces we have left are, okay, excuse me, blow molds. Oh my goodness. I have the Broken Bell Telephone Company, Dragon's Breath Costume Shop, we have the Magic Shop, and then I do have the, I forget what that one's called, Symphony of Screams back there, but I think I'm just going to put that on this table, just as a table piece. It's really big, and I don't really think it's going to fit in with the vibes. I mean, I do have this piece as well. We might be able to fit that in if we make the castle ruins a thing over here. I might put them in there. And then the lighting alterations that I made on this piece will go on this section. So I think we're going to work on this section. I don't know, it might make sense to work on this one since I know kind of more what I want to do over here. So honestly, maybe let's start over here. I'm going to get these out of the box, see how we can arrange them over here and make it work. So I think what I'm going to do is this kind of situation. I fit everything left that I have on this platform. And then over here, I think we're going to just, I don't know yet. I think the street might curve, the sidewalk might end, maybe a mountain situation. And then I think it would be so cool to have this piece just higher up. I'll have to make like a little flat mountain for it. But I think it will work, like it's this fanciful kind of downtown area, and then I think it could go transform into maybe just a little bit of a hill with a castle on it. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. But for this section, I think this is gonna work out nice. We could have the hearse in the front here turning this way to go, I guess, carry the body to the mausoleum. We have, the telephone company next to the costume shop, next to the palm reading place. And then I just really wanted the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop to be front and center. One, because it's such a showstopper and it has actual gags to look at. So I wanted it to be close to where people would stand to it. And then B, it's just so big. It's so big and the scale doesn't make any sense on it. So I just kind of wanted it to kind of hide what's going on in the back over here and then behind it. So when you're standing up like this, I think I'm going to put a couple pieces of foam here and carve it into a hill behind all these buildings so you can see the trees over the top like this. I think that will look really nice. So we'll have one of the black and orange trees there and one of the black and orange trees back there. But I think I'm going to stop for today. I don't feel very good. My stomach's been really upset, so getting kind of sweaty and don't want to deal with this. So I think I'm gonna stop for the day and come back to it probably this weekend. Today is Saturday, July 12th. I'm doing nothing this morning and afternoon, so I don't have plans till tonight, so I'm working on the village a little bit. What I have going is all of my foam textured and cut and ready to be spray painted and then painted. This monstrosity is going to be the hill that goes behind the buildings here. So I'm going to be carving this outside. I don't really like to use a foam cutter in the house. It really stinks. So yeah, I'm going to be carving this into like a nice sloped hill. And then I'm going to be painting all this stuff. Hello. Today it is Tuesday, July 15th. I unfortunately, on Sunday, when I finished part 6 here of the village, I dropped my phone and the screen broke and I had to take it into Apple to get fixed. Unfortunately, I did not have a backup and the videos did not go to iCloud. So when I had to redo my software on my phone, all the videos that I filmed on Sunday finishing up the village, this part of the village, were not on my iCloud anywhere to be found. So I'm sorry. I don't have any of the footage of me working on this, but I will show you the completed part 6 of the village now. I have to turn on both of these power strips. And that turns everything on. Let me turn the mausoleum on. I have to turn that one on separately because it is, it's one of the ones that you could break if you don't turn it off and let it run through a cycle. So here is the finished 6 portions of the village. Here's what it looks like from the front. The very loud magic shop here. We did all of our little detailing with the leaves and the landscaping here. Dragon's Breath costume shop. And we got a mummy outside of the Broken Bell Telephone Company. And then back here is our little spooky cemetery hill that is behind these buildings here. I love how you can see the levitating, I don't know, skeleton, creepy, Grim Reaper kind of guy. This hill, I'm going to turn the magic shop off because it's so loud and annoying. But this hill was really fun for me to carve. Here it is from the back. This is actually one of my favorite little areas here. It's just a nice little hidden area of Spooky Town. I think it looks really cute. This was really fun for me to carve. I got to use the foam cutter and I glued 3 pieces together and kind of made it look like a rocky little mossy hill. And then there's a few gravestones up there. Then I put a green LED through the foam and out the back here with all these cords. And I put this lovely tree. There's one on each side of the village now. So I think it just looks really nice and gives it a little height here in the front. I just think it looks really lovely. Okay, well, let me turn this back on and I can kind of explain what's going on. So I really love how this turned out. This hearse, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna turn this back on because I cannot stand that rabbit bouncing up and down. But okay, so the hearse here in the front, as you saw in previous parts, is lit. And it still is. The cords are hidden, they go through the bottom and they come out the back here. But my wiring was overloaded with how many LEDs that I have in here now because I have this one, that green one there, the red one in the cemetery, and then I also have this flickering one with the bike. And the system was getting overloaded, so when I added the 2 into this one, they just all completely turned off. So what I have to do is make another order from Evan Designs just for the power adapter and then this part, just a little kit to get it going. So I will be doing that. So we can add that in and then maybe add some more lighting in over here and we work on part 7. Yeah, I am just really feeling good about this. So going forward in the next few parts, obviously we have to finish part 7 here, which has ended up to be kind of a medieval inspired kind of zombie and, you know, zombie maybe coming out of the casket there kind of themed area. So I think I'm going to have the street come out, maybe curve. There's going to be a big mountain here, and then we'll put the cursed ruins on top. I love that piece so much. I really want to work it in. It's the last thing I got for this year, so really feeling good about it. Yeah, and I love how all of this is looking. I think it really finishes off this side really nicely. It kind of invites you in to come look down the street here. And this area is just looking lovely. It looks so different in person than what you can see on the camera here because of the black lighting really kind of takes over. But I have to finish these, okay, and then base 7. And then I'm gonna be adding black fabric along this ledge so that it looks like a nice black sky. And then I did get a bolt remnant fabric from Joann's when it was closing. So this is doubled up black cotton here. And I'm gonna be making a skirt that's gonna go all the way around the table like this. So all of this junk underneath is hidden. So I have quite a bit left to do. I'm loving how it's coming together. I think everything is looking really great. I'm actually really proud of this hill. I feel like this little hill was a nice introductory to what I'm gonna be doing over here, which will be even bigger. So I think it's going really well. I'm really, really happy with how this is turning out. I can't wait for friends and family to come see it and enjoy it with me. I will say that now that I have almost all of my like figures, like the people out in Spooky Town, I do think I'm gonna need some more because there's a lot more storytelling things I would like to do. Like I would like to have people running away from the mummy, or I like this couple outside of the cinema, but there's just some other thing, like other storytelling pieces that I would like to get. So like I have one trick-or-treater back here, but I don't have any other ones along the, you know, the big creepy houses. So I do have the creepy children back here, which are so great. Oh, I also don't have this on, but there goes the trolley. You gonna back up? There we go. I just love the movement that adds. It looks so freaking great. And I love how it turns red when it goes behind the cemetery. But yeah, so that's the plan for Spooky Town. So we have quite a bit to do yet. And this is a project that I feel like is never going to be finished. Like it's always going to be changing. I might hate this layout in 2 years and want to redo it, you know, but I might be able to save parts of it. But for now, I'm really, really thrilled. I'm really happy with how this is going. I wish you all could see it in person. It's definitely a sight to be seen. So, and then also I would like to remind you all that I do have this Haunted Mansion display that I want to put together. I'm just going to create a little base to go on here. But I think I'm going to make this one look more so like Carl's from Halloween Villages by Carl. I have a little fence that I would like to put together. I'm not necessarily going to base it off of the Disney layout. I might do some of the pathways that Disney has, but I don't have all the accessories for this, like the ghost hearse and all that stuff. So I'm just going to make something look really cool with what I have. I'm not trying to make a replica of Disney. But yeah, I'm really happy to have these in my collection now. My family was so awesome for getting me these for my birthday. And I have my 1960s blow mold here, my 1990s blow mold there, and then I have another 60s, 70s blow mold right here. And that one is creepy, and I think he is haunted. But this is kind of becoming my little spooky domain down here. All this stuff makes me happy. It just reminds me of my childhood, and yeah, I'm happy to have it. So that's kind of what's going on here. But thank you very, very, very much for watching. I will be back with another part soon. I'm sorry it took me so long to get this part out. As you know, summer's busy and doing a lot of stuff that isn't Spooky Town related, but I'm happy to have the village down here in the basement and to be working on it again. And yeah, we only have the 7th base and then Haunted Mansion to work on, so it's going to be an exciting probably a month or so working on all this. So I hope you come along for the ride with me, and subscribe if you want, and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.